Hey, what's up, guys? D the Trader here with Fluent in Finance. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and give y'all a little bit of what I'm seeing in the markets currently and what I'm looking at into the next few weeks and especially the first few weeks of January. Let's get started. So one thing that I'm looking at especially is the financial sector over here in the XLF. The XLF is coming up on a period where they're having a few stocks like MasterCard and Visa. They'll be reporting earnings at the end of January. January the 18th and 21st, I believe it is when they're reporting earnings. So I'm looking at a few ER run-ups for those, especially MasterCard. MasterCard and Visa especially. As you can see, MasterCard and Visa here with a great inverted head and shoulders pattern put in and just looking to break out to me. I think we might see some more consolidation into the end of this week. I could be wrong and it could shoot up, but I'm kind of thinking since it's such a low volume week in the market that starting next week we'll probably see more volume coming to these names like MasterCard and Visa for a run up into earnings. But definitely watching the XLF. And another one that is especially interesting to me is the XRT. The retail sector right down here. You see that it's starting to curl up a little bit in that ETF. The AEMA is looking like it's going to cross this 21, which could lead to some indication for me that the retail sectors might be looking really good into the beginning of January. So looking at Macy's, Target, Walmart, and some of these other retail sectors, Under Armour, is something that I've seen a lot of flow in lately, and think they might turn out to be really great plays. We also have something that was pointed out to me today is this large collar trade that's put on by a JP Morgan that's expiring tomorrow or Friday, which from what I have been told in the explanation of it is once that expires you tend to see a decent sized bounce to the upside in the market. And another thing that was really interesting to me is that we did hit an all-time high today on the SPX, over 4,800 on SPX, which is a new all-time high. The SPY just a little bit lower than that, topping out and then coming back down to seek some support down below. Still have the Qs lagging behind, which is kind of interesting to me. It's just been trading in this 399 to 402 range. So I'd like to see the Qs get back up there so we can see a little bit more come into tech. And then we have another interesting thing is we have the UVXY, which is short the market, basically is a derivative. It's kind of a play on the VIX. As you see the UVXY tick down, it kind of runs in tandem with the VIX, and the VIX tick down. As UVXY declines, you'll see SPY and the Qs start to increase. But since it's been such a low volume week this week, we haven't seen a whole lot of big moves, especially in the Qs. Like I said, the last few days just kind of dwindling around in this area here, and not really putting in much work over that 400 level. But I do like the fact that it has held and closed above that 400 level for the past few days since we've been back over it. So I would expect to see some more coming into tech, if not a little bit more downside into maybe a few of the tech names. We don't have any crystal balls here, so we can't really tell what the future is going to do in the market. We could just give the trades that we're given. But definitely high conviction setups in retail and in financials, especially with financials reporting at the end of the near the end of the month, especially here on MasterCard and Visa. I'll check in a little bit later, see where these trades are at, probably tomorrow, see if we get the setup that I'm looking at. If it's MasterCard, I'm going to be looking into the 370s. Sometime in March. I'll get out of them before March, but 370s in March definitely looking good for me on the call side for MasterCard. Anyway, guys, I am out for the night. Y'all stay green. Be sure to give me a like, give me a follow on the socials, and y'all have a great night.